This episode brought to you by healthwithdronetek.com. If you're familiar with collagen and its role in aging, then you probably know that its production decreases 10% in our bodies every decade. Users, including myself, experience a more youthful appearance, decreased wrinkles, and smoother skin within days of taking this amazing multi-collagen. It promotes effective anti-aging through the use of 5 types of high-quality collagen mixed into one. Try it today for 51% off by going to www.healthwithdronetek.com. Here, let's talk about CRT. Would you like to talk about that?
Critical race theory?
Yeah.
We can. I mean, I was kind of just trying to chill, but yeah.
Okay. Well, we can just chill.
But before we start, anything, I mean, y'all could just chat about whatever y'all want, and I'll jump in whenever I want to. But I do have to fix my I have to fix my stream so people can hear you guys, and I'm not just talking to myself on stream.
I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see
right,
everybody. Especially
while you're doing that,
trigger-based TV. But
we had this one made the national news where the teacher's saying, "Well, what do these girls look like to you?" Or what is this? What do you see in this picture? And the one kid's like, "Oh, I see a couple girls hanging out." And they said, "Well, what else do you see?" And you say, "Well, they're young." And what else do you see? And you say, "Well, they're back to back to each other." And he basically tried to push the kid to the point where he said, what are you trying to ask me? Are you trying to ask me if one's a darker skin color than the other? Because that's not the first thing that I saw. And that's the first thing you should see. And so the parents are kind of, they saw that on the national news and they didn't realize that was actually going on in the school. And now that everybody's been home and they're seeing, that everybody's home this past year, they're seeing what's actually being taught in schools.
Yeah, wasn't there there was a group of teachers that got really upset because what they didn't want parents like watching what they were teaching, and then all these stories started to spread about that, and they got really upset about that, and they're like, oh well, we can't teach if everybody's gonna know what we're teaching them.
Yeah, the Zoom meetings is a lot of the parents have spotted it in the Zoom meetings they do, or the Zoom classrooms.
Right. Yeah, I mean, guys, public school. Somebody earlier said that they think that this is like the beginning of the dismantling of public schools. I totally agree. I got to tell you, I never, ever, ever in a million years considered homeschooling. I'm considering it now. I'm going to go and fight like the school board here, but I haven't done it yet, but I plan on it. I don't know if it's going on in the schools here. I assume it is. But if you watch the media, they're already going after the parents and trying to like basically dox and ruin them.
Your education system is working fine. Just like in the UK, it's exactly the same. What you've got to realize is that the actual system is working how they planned. Critical race theory, all this Marxism. This is what the schools in the UK, and I'm sure the way you're telling me the schools in the US are doing. And so it's working fine. It's just not working the way you want it to work, sadly.
Guys. Am I in a chat with Sargon right now?
Was Sargon? No.
Sargon.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Sargon of Akkad?
Yes.
No.
I'm in a right-wing forum, and a right-wing chat, and I just heard a British accent. Okay, so forgive me for stereotyping.
Do you know this guy, Trigger-Based TV? He does some really good work.
Oh no, not really.
He does. Yeah, he does a lot of he's a big guy. You should check him out.
Why
would you support something that's obviously so insidious? Like, I don't get it. You just got to explain that to me.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with recognizing that race plays a role in people's lives.
You're not recognizing anything. You're buying into a bullshit cult that's gonna cause violence and death. That's what you're doing.
I mean, I could say the same thing about like anything that the right wing buys into, and not back like QAnon, the Trump, the whole Trump, everything Trump.
Right. Okay. QAnon, I know that's a big boogeyman of the media, but what has QAnon done?
It's divide us.
Not that this. I mean, mentioning QAnon, some fringe shit that I'm a right winger, right? I don't know shit about QAnon. To CRT, which is being implemented in all of our fucking society right now. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
There's a subreddit on there's a subreddit called QRT. It's like the word casualties, but it's spelled with a Q. QAnon is literally like I could do the whole like right wing rhetoric thing. QAnon is literally tearing families apart. If you go onto that,
Is QAnon being taught in our schools? Is QAnon being trained to people in government jobs?
wait,
No.
why does it have to be doing that in order for it to be
Because
a problem?
CRT is. Because CRT is.
But it doesn't have to be taught in schools in order for it to be a problem.
But CRT is.
Okay.
Yeah. And every school.
And it really depends on how CRT is taught in school, whether it makes it a problem or not.
That's like you know what, when you say that to me, it's like some like a Nazi telling me it depends how Nazism is taught in school. Like, I'm just like, what? What, like, why is that the words I'm hearing out of your mouth?
In order for that to be true, CRT would have to be like the same as Nazism, which it's not.
Let me ask you something.
What is good racism? Just define good racism for me, please.
But nobody's saying that there is good racism.
So how do we respond to all of this racism in the United States? Well, Kendi provides a solution. Quote, "The only remedy to racist discrimination is anti-racist discrimination." He actually wrote that. In other words, his book against racism promotes racism.
Kendi's book states that capitalism is essentially racist. And Kendi is clear that racism must be eliminated. So yes or no? Do you personally consider advocating for the destruction of American capitalism to be extremist?
Here's what I know, Congressman.
It's a yes
There's
or no
racism
question,
in the
Admiral.
United States Navy.
Admiral,
I
you
think
recommended
I have an
every
obligation-
sailor in the United States Navy read this book. It's a yes or no question.
I'm not forcing anybody to read the book. It's on a recommended reading list.
Admiral, did you read the book?
I did.
Admiral, you said you read this
Particularly
book. What
on a
part of this
complex-
book is redeeming and qualifies as something that every
I think
sailor in the United States Navy should
self-critical
read it?
about his own journey as an African American in this country, what he's experienced.
Let me ask you again, Admiral. Do you expect that after sailors read this book that says that the United States Navy is racist, that we will increase or decrease morale, cohesion, and recruiting rates into the United States Navy?
I think we'll be a better Navy from having open, honest conversations about racism.
In college, Kendi stated that white people are a different breed of humans and are responsible for the AIDS virus. Yes or no, do you personally consider the conspiracy that white people started AIDS to be an extremist belief?
Sir, I'd have to understand the context.
That is
in
a
which these
simple
statements
question.
Are made. I'm not gonna. Sit
Admiral,
here-
this is a book
I'm
that
not gonna
you
sit here,
recommended
sir, and
every sailor in the United States
defend
Navy read.
cherry-picked quotes from somebody's book. I'm not going to do that.
That's what CRT is.
Wait,
It's
wait,
racist.
no,
And it's
recognizing race as a social phenomenon is not racism.
Could,
It's just
what if
recognizing
a Nazi
reality.
said recognizing Jewish oppression is not Nazism or something like that? Like,
Wait,
that's all
no.
you're saying.
See, the Nazis
no,
were the ones
what you're
oppressing.
saying, your recognition is bullshit to begin with.
What do you mean?
And CRT, there's an oppressor, correct? And capitalism is part of that, right? Capitalism being an oppressor? Because dismantling capitalism is a central tenet of CRT.
No, not CRT.
Well, not of CRT itself. But
critical
not
theory,
You're right, not
yes.
CRT itself, but the like all the groups that use CRT as its underpinnings, that's their goal, dismantling.
So
capitalism.
the goal of like, all right, which
Wait
group?
a second.
Give me a group.
Huh?
Which group?
BLM,
Give me a group.
BLM.
BLM
All
isn't a communist. Wait, BLM isn't a communist group.
Yeah,
Their
radical.
symbol
Just-
is literally
just-
a communist symbol. Here's the issue with
Clearly-
CRT.
Clearly, white supremacy is an integral part of critical race theory, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, real quick. I just want to read this. to
I
you.
mean, that
And-
in and of itself is offensive to us who are white. I mean, come on, guy. I mean, you think
Well,
we're
I'm
just gonna fall
not.
down?
Wait, I'm not offended at the idea of white supremacy.
You don't understand
Well,
that
I'm
you
not-
are white supremacist by being white, though. You don't get that for some reason.
Well, I mean, it depends on what.
Because I'm not
what you
for
mean
white
by that.
supremacy either. But
So
They see
if
me as white
you
supremacy.
mean that I'm like a KKK member,
you're not. You're not.
sorry.
You're
yeah,
not.
Yeah,
but
so,
they see you that
but
way.
that's No. That's
of
not
the
the way.
time.
That's not when somebody talking about CRT is talking about white supremacy. That is not what they are talking about. They're
Yes,
talking
they
about
are.
systemic. They are talking about systemic white supremacy.
Whatever. No, they're not. Here, listen real quick. BLM.
Okay.
Their fucking GoFundMe says we're guided by a commitment to dismantle imperialism, capitalism, white supremacy, patriarchy, and the state structures that
So
disproportionately.
every single time that a right winger reads out the BLM stuff, they leave out integral parts of it. I know that the whole are you one of those people that are pretty mad about them wanting to dismantle the nuclear family?
Well, yeah, that is also a thing. Yes.
It's not a thing. That is not a thing.
It is. It
They,
was.
no,
What
no.
about pigs?
That's
and
not what they said.
blankets
So
fried
yeah, it is
like
what they
pigs?
said, dude. I read it a
they
million
want-
times before they took it down.
No, what they said is they want to dismantle the nuclear family as the I think it was like the only way of
No.
seeing family or some shit like that.
Nope. Hold
on, we can actually read it.
I'll get it.
Well, why would they want to anyway? I mean, well, obviously
This is
there's other ways
these
of
are
doing it,
social.
children.
These are like
Why-
communist goals, dude. How do you not see you're part of a communist revolution? That's what I'm.
Why would they want to discourage that? I mean, surely two parents, obviously
Western
of
prescribed
different
nuclear
preference,
family. That's what they say.
would be the norm. And yet, obviously, if you're a lesbian or if you're a gay person, then two parents with children is better, even more. Not better, it's good to have two parents. What are they trying to say? You have single parents bringing up kids all around the country.
Or
I
even,
know. Look at our
even
boy.
if
Here, I got it.
Look at
Listen.
our boy. Look at our boy Dronetek. He looks like he's 119 years old, and he has a nuclear family. I mean, come
That's
on,
right.
give the guy.
even if it just
Here's what
makes
they
you
said.
comfortable with being a person living in this world, just why would you want to tear down my world just because
Right,
you
exactly.
don't like it?
Exactly. It's like if it were coming from Nazis, you clearly see it. But here's what they say: we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages, communes, you might
Yeah.
say, that
Yeah,
collectively
so-
care for one another,
wait.
especially our children.
Hold on. Did you miss the word where they said requirement?
Western prescribed nuclear family requirement. What?
Yeah,
What is?
yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that within the Western society, it is a
Do you like
requirement.
data? Do you like data, liberal?
Hold-
Fuck.
So
You like
That's
data?
that's a straw man.
Do you know that the
it's not a straw man.
data
It's exactly
shows?
what they said. Hold on.
Do you know
So-
that
so-
the
and-
data
and-
shows that kids
and-
with
well,
a mother
I
and
wanna-
father do best?
and father do best, yes, and they
Yeah,
want
you're saying we
they-
require
we
that. We don't require that.
within
we don't
society,
require
the
it,
data
yes.
shows within this society, the data shows that it's pretty required for kids to grow up successfully.
Well, it's not required. That's just the reality of the situation. That's why the data shows that kids that grow up in that situation do best because they've had the best possible factors in their lives that have led to them being the best person that they could be, and they have better lives. That's just what the data shows.
No,
It's not
no,
a
yeah,
requirement.
no, I
He
agree.
thinks
wait,
that somebody
I
told
agree.
me that I had to go
That's
out and
like-
marry a white woman and have a white kid.
Wait,
Look,
no, I agree
no,
with
listen,
the data.
Listen, stop for a second. This is like the Smithsonian document that said that that white people are. They said white culture is like delayed gratification, hard work, the scientific method, things like this. They said that's white culture. That's like basically what you're saying. No, it's not white culture. That's just the
What?
habits
No,
of people
what
who
I-
are successful.
Hold on. No, what I'm saying is that within this society, it seems to be a requirement for success for you to grow up and
It's not a
typical-
requirement. It's just the good choices
The data
work
shows
out
that,
well.
right?
So
Wait,
Good
all
all,
choices
data
all,
work
not
out
show
well. What are you
all, of, all
saying?
of my
Are you
all of my
sure you're not
black
a
friends-
Chinese spy, liberal cluck?
No,
I'm serious.
couldn't you say?
all
Doesn't
of
the
my
data
black
not show
friends that
that?
have black wives, that have black children, they were required by their society to have those nuclear families. Why is it a white or black thing? It's
Right, it's
just
not.
a thing.
Right, making good
I mean,
choices
wait.
leads to good results. Oh my God, it's a white conspiracy.
Within societies historically, has it always been that the nuclear family was like the way that we organized ourselves
not.
as families?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nuclear
Yeah.
No,
family
no,
is just
that's
natural
patriarch.
nature.
No, it's a very recent thing. I think it was like
Really?
50s. Yes, it was It was
Well,
like in the 50s.
Is this why we
Define
see
recent.
monogamous
Define
like animals?
recent.
Because children.
Noah.
I think it was around the 50s. When the nuclear family was like a
50s? Come on.
yes, I believe it was the 50s.
Look
So-
here, DNA extracted from bones and teeth in a 4,600-year-old Stone Age burial in Germany has provided the earliest evidence for the social recognition of a family consisting of two parents with multiple children, which is obvious.